Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. How is everyone doing? I hope you all had a good time. I didn't do much for Christmas this year. That was why I didn't vlog it. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed your Christmas. And seeing that it's coming to the end of the year, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for supporting me by watching, liking, commenting. I appreciate all the love. I just thought to close the year in an insightful way. Let's just have a talk. I know we are not really having a conversation, but let's just have a talk about life and the year so far. It's been on my mind to talk about this. I feel like 2023 as a year was for it to slow us as a society a bit down. I feel like 2023 was a year to self-reflect, but in the end it just got over so many people's head. Like, so many people were not attentive to what actually happened in 2023. I was sitting, I think yesterday, and this thing just came to me, or it just came to my mind, that 2023 was that year to self-reflect for us as a society, and for us to just, we are such a rush generation, like, to slow us down. But I feel not many people got the message. I've been seeing on few social media platforms where people are like, oh, 2023 was a bad year and the rest, but 2020 was worse than 2023. In 2020 we couldn't even go out, so I don't really feel like 2023 was a bad year, quote unquote. I just feel like we weren't really discerning to get what happened in 2023. But that's by the way. I think one of my goals in life is just to get us to a place as a society where we can do better. Most times we always talk about, oh, societal pressure and the rest, but if you come to think about it, this societal pressure came from the society. Is what we as a society have put into the society that is bringing that pressure. And there are so many things going on social media these days that a lot of people just get lost on social media. I know it's always cliche to say, oh, social media is bad and the rest. I'm not saying social media is bad. Everything has its advantages and disadvantages, but as a society and as a generation, we are getting too lost in the social media culture that some of us don't even really have a mind of our own. It's like we're just following every trend. The moment this trend comes out, everyone rushes to the trend. The moment another trend comes out, everyone rushes, and it's just like a circle, a repetitive circle over and over and over. And people keep getting lost, And I've come to the understanding that in life, you always have to pay back in a way that we all have dreams and visions. I keep saying this, that there's not a single human being, even a child that was just born as I'm talking, a child that was just giving birth to right now has a vision and dreams. So I feel like we tend, because of social media, a lot of people have deviated from their dreams. We get so lost, and currently now, people we should be looking up to, our celebrities, our influencers, they are not really putting out knowledge, helpful knowledge or information that can help us as a society. I feel some of them are just living their life. They don't really want to be that influence where it's like everyone is looking up to them and they can't really do what they want to do. I understand that part, but because everyone in this world cannot be exposed, we all cannot be exposed, for the sake of those people that are not exposed. And when they mention exposure, you should always know that most people, it's not their fault. They don't just know any better. So I feel like if you know better, even if you're not a celebrity, you're not an influencer, I feel like these days the whole social media, everyone is a celebrity, everyone is an influencer, everyone is a blogger, everyone is a content creator, and it's like, yes, one dream or a vision can be allocated to millions of people all over the world. I cannot be the only YouTuber. I cannot be the only content creator. There are millions of people with that same dream or vision that I have. But I feel like we've all gotten lost into the monetization. We want to monetize everything. Social media is what is in vogue now, content creating, and people that shouldn't be doing content creating are doing content creating. I understand that if there's money somewhere, you are always allowed to try, but don't try and get lost in the process. I feel like as a society, we're quick to forget that my journey and your journey are not the same. They can never be the same. As a YouTuber and you, let's say for example, I'm a YouTuber and you listening to me, you're a YouTuber, we are all both going to get to, let's say for example, we can all achieve 1 million subscribers, but our journey differs. Where we come from differs, our background, everything about us differs, so our journey cannot be the same. I can take 4 years to get to 100 million subscribers. Another person might take 2 years. Another person might take few months, and that's just because our journey varies. That's something our generation lacks. We just have this idea that so person made it through this and this and this and this. All I need to do is just follow that track. And I keep saying this, you never know how far you can go. You never know how big you can get if you don't try. I know it's easy. Maybe to some people content creating is easy. Everyone has a phone, everyone has ring lights. It's just to, set the camera and off you go. Don't deviate from your dream. You could be the best doctor in your field. You could be the best fashion designer. You could be the best of anything. How would you know if you don't try? Let's say, for example, someone like me. I always say I love fashion, I'm into fashion, and I tend to see this video on Instagram a lot. Everyone doing get ready with me, everyone making videos on how to style outfits, like the whole, you understand what I'm talking about, and it's like everyone is doing it. Now it's so easy for me to get carried away that I can do this. It's not a problem for me. I could dress, I could do the camera, I could do the editing, let me do it. And most times we're not really grounded to say, let me just do it this week, or let me just do it once. Once you do it once, maybe you get a positive feedback, or you do it once and you liked it, you see that you get lost. It's easy to get lost these days. It's so easy for me to go into that, but I have to remind myself that you're not a blogger, you're not a fashion blogger. For now, this is not what you're into. Because you can do it doesn't necessarily mean you should do it or you need to do it. Let's just find a time, or create a time, not even find it, create a time. Ask yourself, what's that? What's your passion? What drives you? It will save us from, because currently everyone is a celebrity. It's like, I would say just I and maybe 1 million other people are the fans left. Everyone is a celebrity. Everyone is an influencer. And the name, especially the name influencer, gets lost because of how we've made it to be as a society. For example, I could be an influencer and I have a mindset that is not proper. But because I have the numbers, I get people to look up to me, and you see that we're just repeating the same toxic mentality. Things that deep down within you that is not proper. When it comes to social media, everyone is like, normalize it. And deep down, you know that certain things are not okay. They are just not okay. But when someone brings it out on social media, we are so quick to say that is what people like. It's fine for me to like something, but if you know that that mentality will not be of good use to me, or if you know that mentality will cost me, how about we correct it? And like I said, those people that are not exposed is like a sponge. They just, let me tell you guys, I saw, I think 2 pages on TikTok where this girl, she's trying to be that, fit the aesthetics of body. everyone is a baddie now. She's trying to fit that aesthetic. So she took a picture and it's like, she doesn't even know why she's doing what she's doing, but because that's what she sees online, that is exactly like photocopy paste, and you don't blame her. It's nice, it's beautiful. She wants to do like that, or she wants to be like that, and then from there she gets carried away. Life is way more than aesthetic, hair, lashes, makeup, buy flowers, designer bags. Life is so much more than that. If you come on social media now, we are all posting our pictures to make money, and it's like, after the picture, then what? Like, you are that. I find it hard to post pictures these days because it's like we're all practically living the same lifestyle. Everyone is just post picture, repeat the same type of video down to the same concept or content over and over. There cannot be change if we don't stand up, or you as an individual don't stand up to do better or show that there is something better. And I feel there's this misconception when people say follow your dreams. People tend to think it's all roses. You know, people don't really get to talk about the hard parts. Following your dreams comes with a whole lot of pain, a whole lot of struggle, a whole lot of difficulty. That is why they always say be consistent, be dedicated, you know, be passionate about what you're doing, be dedicated to your dream, that come rain, come sunshine. Everything can be working against you in your life, but you're so dedicated to that dream. You keep going. It's such a beautiful thing to see. Even if it's just me sitting down, I'm not talking, I keep doing this for years and years, and I will improve. Maybe I will decide to, okay, I can cross my leg the other way, or maybe I can post a different way. Like, it will improve. There is nothing you do over time that there is no productivity or improvement. There will always be growth. So I'm not saying stop the social media. You can do the social media, but if you don't have that, discipline to remember that aside the social media, you're supposed to be chasing your dream. You're not just, yes, you can get money from it. Don't get me wrong. It's very okay to try anything, but don't just get distracted from your dream. You don't know how far or how big you can get if you don't try. I know starting is always difficult. I used to find it difficult to start things, but these days it's like I have this mentality of, if I don't try, I will never know. So if I try, I fail. If I try, I succeed. Whichever is fine. This YouTube I'm starting, I don't know if, okay, I know I'll succeed. But yeah, like, I don't know how far I can go in this YouTube. I don't know what I'll be able to accomplish with YouTube, but I am just starting. I will not remain like this. And I don't know where YouTube can usher me. And also, I feel like we tend to forget that because I'm doing YouTube today doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do YouTube all my life. It could be that, let me talk for myself. I love vlogs, I love recording, I love videos, I love it so much, but this is not my only dream. It's one thing for me to sit down doing nothing and just waiting for my main dream, or waiting for me to actualize my main dream, or deciding to start something now that I know is in line with my vision, and maybe this can, you know, propagate me or elevate me to where I want to be. Most times we tend to forget that what you're doing now doesn't necessarily mean what you're doing in future. So I always advise people that, I don't advise anybody. I always say to whoever I can see, or whoever will listen, that just start what you can. But to make things easier, this life, there are so many cheat codes that I feel we don't really know, or we don't really know how to take advantage of it. Just find something that is within your vision, especially if you're not disciplined. Not you think you're not sure. If you know you're not disciplined, if you're doubting that, that means you're not disciplined. If you know you're not disciplined, find a way in your life, or find a different area in your life that aligns with your vision, aligns with your dream. So that will be like a way or a door to where you're heading to. it should just be in your, it makes life easy, you know. So yeah guys, we get so carried away, we are so carried away that it's like, in fact, another thing I would say is, when you're following people on all these social media platforms, we are so quick to say, I used to be one of those people. I love fashion so much, so anyone who knows how to dress on social media, click follow. So long you know how to dress, I am following you. I don't care what it is, so long you know how to dress, I follow you. But with time, I got to understand that most of these people I was following, my mentality and their mentality were not aligning. Things I stand for were against what they stood for, or the things they stand for are against what I stand for. So with time, when you keep ingesting it, like, okay, you only like the fashion, like someone like me, I only like the fashion. With time, you start unconsciously getting to normalize whatever that person is doing and see it as okay. I know some of you can understand what I'm saying. I don't know a better way to explain it, but with time, you'll notice that you start agreeing with certain things they say or they think. And that is far from what you as an individual, you as a person want. And that is what I mean by there are so many loopholes in which we get carried away from social media. And this was something I told myself this year, that I don't want to associate with someone just because they know how to dress. If what they stand for is against what I stand for, I rather look at you from afar. I can come across your page, go through your page, look at your outfits, like them, but I would not consciously follow them and keep watching them over and over and over and over and over, because we all feel like we're so disciplined to a point. But when you keep following people that you feel you're not mentally on, or you keep following people that your train of thought does not align with their train of thought, unconsciously, unknowingly, all these things they're exhibiting, before you know, you find yourself not really getting angry, or you find yourself not really caring about it. It's just okay with you. And you know, imagine you keep going like that for years and years and years. Before you know, you're thinking like these people. So how then can we bring the change? I know we are not trying to be that people that everyone looks up to. It's such a burden, it's draining. But just for the sake of the rest of us that are not exposed, that we just see things for what they are, and it's like someone can see this flower and it's like they are running to go and get the flower to own it. And that is another thing I don't understand on social media. Like, we all want the same thing. If I should post this flower, everyone will be asking for the link or where I got the flower. If I post this, they can ask for everything that is saying where I got it, the link. They want the same exact thing. And then you find down to our houses, our cars, everything is looking so alike. Like, you can have a mind of your own. You can have a mind of your own. You don't have to buy what another person is buying. You can, it's okay for you to admire something without having the need or feeling the need to want to acquire that same thing. Just admire and keep it moving. So many times I come across videos and everyone just wants to know where you got this, where you got this, where you got this, where, and it's like, when you check our houses, is a replica of the same thing, down to our houses, guys, down to our houses. And then there's this thing that if you don't say every info, if you don't give out every information, people say you're gatekeeping. And I feel it's because of that word gatekeeping that there's really no privacy right now. Everyone just wants everything out in the open. So it's like you're not gatekeeping anything. When you get to, I find people that, maybe for example, I just land in Zanzibar right now. The whole world already knows I'm in Zanzibar. We're so quick to post our location and the rest. And it's like, maybe we should just try and calm down and maybe look into what we are doing, you know, have a deep look into what we're doing and ask ourselves if this is helping us in our safety and where we're all headed to. Because you are not going to be in one place forever. You will keep evolving, and this journey, this vision we always talk about, it is such a long way. It is such a long journey. I am someone who, one of my dreams one of my dreams is to get 100 subscribers on YouTube. Imagine how long that journey is for someone like me, where I'm starting right now. I'm currently on 100 and something, and I'm dreaming to have 100 million. Imagine how many years. It's like I've not even started. So we should, when it comes to following our dreams, it is not an easy thing. So if you feel like it's easy, or maybe because it's too difficult, you give up. You are not the first person. You're not the first person. You're not going to be the last person. It is not easy. It takes years of pains, sweat, dedication, consistency, hard work. It takes a whole lot. So yeah, we as a society, we need to do better. It's okay to want to have the same flower. I am not against it, but we shouldn't normalize me posting this video and 20 people or 30 people asking for the flower, and other 30 people have it in their house just because they saw it. And most times people don't really need that thing. It's just because it's beautiful, the other person has it, and because it's not really our idea, we still have to look to that person to see how they did their own, and then replicate the same thing. It's okay for you to see things and have inspiration and do it in a different way. Don't just, everyone is on everyone's page. Where did you get this? Where did you get this? Right? You know what I'm talking about. Down to our houses these days, they all look alike. It's like we're living the same life. And we keep complaining, and that's the point I don't really understand. We keep complaining, societal pressure, society this, society that, but everything we're experiencing is what we as a society have put in the society. So for this coming year, I just want to encourage, I'm not advising anyone, I'm not an advisor, so I just want to encourage everyone to just take it down a little bit, try and self-reflect. See ways you can get better. Try and see if you've lost your way along the line. It's never too late to start, no matter your age. It is never too late to start. You can start life as many times as you can. So long you don't give up, you will always make it. So I just want to urge we as a society to try and pay attention, look for our visions, look for what's your dream, what are you passionate about. Yes, I know social media is easy money, it's quick money, but what are you passionate about? That's the thing I'm saying. Okay, for example, in a place like Nigeria, we've had people like Davido and Wizkid, and they expose Nigerian music to a level internationally that we never thought was possible. And then we came to have the likes of people like Burna Boy and Rema that pushed the culture even further than we thought was ever possible. So you never know where this life can take you, especially when it comes to your dreams and your visions. You never know how far you can go. Someone like Mr. Beast, who is like the #1 YouTuber currently, I'm sure if you ask him 4 years ago, because he's someone who I study so much, I watch his interviews and the rest, like I listen to podcasts where he talks. And if you ask him 4 years ago if he thought he would ever get to where he is, he would tell you no. But how did he get there? Continuously, consistency, hard work. If he got to where he was and he got relaxed, okay, I've arrived or something, he will not remain the #1 YouTuber. Because mind you, the more you're trying to further yourself in your career, or let's say social media, for example, there are other people too as well that are also aiming high. So it's like you always have to be on the top of your game. Imagine if he was like, it's so difficult, and he gave up. Look at the numbers Mr. Beast pulls. How would you, who would have ever thought that it's possible to do that if he didn't follow his dream? So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know, this is one of the things in life that intrigues me or interests me. I just imagine a world where everyone follows or chases their dreams. Imagine how beautiful that world would be. Imagine how far some of us would be. Imagine how wealthy some of us would be. I have this thought that celebrities, influencers, whatever you want to call them, they are the same as us. They are same human beings. Same they do as far as the human body is concerned. We all do the same thing with our human body. We are the same people. The only difference is they have money. Some have more money. Some have more class. Some have more prestige. Some have more name. Some have bigger brands. That is the only difference, but we are all the same. This thing where people say, if I can do it, you can do it, it's not just for saying sake. When you see people in your field that are doing very well, resist the urge to be jealous. Instead, try and want to learn, try to want to know better, especially when it comes to your line of work or your line of career. If you see someone that has made it in your own line of work, like try to study, pay attention to the things they do. I say that I see it as a cheat code that they've been able to go before me. They've experienced some hurdles and the rest. So when it comes to me, they've already experienced the hurdles and they've created a solution. So it's so easy that when people like me get there, we don't even consider it as hurdles. We already know the solution, so there wouldn't be any problem. So yeah, guys, in this coming year, there's nothing like a New Year resolution or New Year, new me. Just try and self-reflect. When you go to bed at night, ask yourself, is this what I'm really passionate about? Am I doing what I really need to be doing? The journey is so long for you, for me, for anyone. If you have a dream, the journey is so long. Yes, I know some people tend to get contented when they reach certain levels in their career. I understand that part. So try to, even if it's just that part, aspire to, even though I'm not a believer of that, aspire to get to that level. But I feel like there is so much to get out of life if only you just keep going. I feel like there is no limit. There is no limit at all to what you can achieve or you can dream of having. And most times we even tend to see it play out in life that so long you keep working, going hard for it, you even tend to get more than you even expected or dreamed or imagined. That is such a beautiful feeling, guys. Please, in this new year, let's not be quick to rush into trends, to buy something because Lady A is buying it, I have to buy it. Because Lady A is dressing this certain way, I have to dress this certain way. Because Lady A is posting this certain way, I have to post this certain way. And then we come back and be like, oh, there's so much societal pressure to be this, to be that. But we're the ones setting the pressure. Please try to have a mind of your own in this new year. Just try to be the best version you can be. If you can, just try to take a break sometimes away from the social media so you could see life clearly. Because to an extent, I feel like there are a lot of people that they don't really see life beyond the social media or whatever it is that is going on with them. Just come out of it for a while, come out of it from time to time, so you'll be able to see where you need to do better if you've gone off track. And it's so important, this self-reflection is so important, because most times you don't even know when you go off track. So it's in those moments where it's like in your same moments. I love to self-reflect before going to bed every night. Every night, are you doing what you're supposed to do? What you're doing, is it in line with your vision? Are you pushing yourself forward, or you're staying in the same place? I just wish we could have such mentality, especially we as ladies. I will keep saying that. So on this same social media, I see some ladies saying maybe they got married so the husband could deal with that part. They don't have it in them to try to figure out what life has for them. That is why I keep going back to this. We as women, we as ladies, we as girls aspire to want so much from. There is so much to life, so much to life, and every day people expose us to levels that we thought were never possible. So imagine those levels that haven't been broken yet. You will be surprised that you're one of those people that are meant to break a certain level, to expose the world to certain levels. How would you know if you don't try? Your God did not create women not to have dreams or not to chase their dreams or not to go after their dreams. That is why I keep saying, even if you're married to a rich man, it doesn't stop you from chasing your dreams. It doesn't. There is a sense of achievement, like a sense of fulfillment when you do that. At some point in your life, no matter how far you stray, at some point in your life, if you pick on it early, if you pick on it late, you still get to have that self-reflection, like, I have deviated so far, or like the journey is so far for us to keep wasting time on what has nothing to do with us. The journey is so far. How about you try and start your own journey? So you know you're going somewhere. You're not just sitting, or you're not just doing. If you're doing a different thing outside your vision or what you've been called for, you still not started anything. You have still not started anything. The day you decide to start is the day your journey starts. And like I said, for someone like me, I want so much from life. So much that even life, I'm sure life is scared of me, because what I want from life is too ridiculous. I want so much. So I know that the journey is so long. So when I even encounter some things right now, I don't really pay attention to it, because I can't start complaining now that I am just starting the journey when I have such a long way to go. So guys, let's save ourselves the stress. If you've gone so far, it's never too late. Don't let anyone tell you it's ever late. It's never too late. Come back, re-strategize, look for ways you can make it, or you can push yourself forward in your dream. And it still comes down to this rush mentality. Dreams don't happen overnight. If you start something and it doesn't work out in the first year or first 2 years, it's still not a ground to give up. We've seen so many people that, I'm not saying your own turn is going to be like that. I would never even wish it for you, that it takes too long for you to get in for yourself. But it doesn't happen overnight. That it doesn't work out in 2 years doesn't mean it will never work out. That still boils down to we having different journeys. That someone else was able to start something and in 4 months it picked up, or in less than a year it picked up, and yours is not picking up even after a year. It is no ground to give up. Your journey is different from that person's journey. There's so much I want to do currently, so much I want to do, but I can't do them. It doesn't mean I will not do them. It just means it's not time yet. And it's up to you to sit down and not do anything, waiting for the time magically. And it's up to you to start something now, to make the time even come closer to you. It's possible to make the time even come closer to you. Just put in the work. Start something, no matter how little. Learn to grow on what you're doing. Don't just want overnight success, overnight this, overnight that. Even the journey, when you tend to look back, it's beautiful. There are so many things that in just this short span I started with you, there are so many things that will come back and be like, so if you're able to do this and this and this, you'll be able to. And it's so, I don't know for you, but for me, it's like, I love something like that, because it just shows that every day I am learning, I'm incorporating new things, and it helps me not to remain stagnant. I keep moving. If you do that, it makes life easy. I am a firm believer of soft life. I am someone that doesn't like stress at all. I even have it. Like, I'm a firm believer of soft life. But don't be a firm believer of soft life on someone else's money. It doesn't work that way. I want soft life. Nobody is going to give me soft life. I will give myself soft life. Don't want soft life on another person's money or another person's budget. Then you've missed the whole thing. Strive. It's not easy. It doesn't matter who the person is. It's never been easy. Life doesn't start getting difficult from you. Life will not stop getting difficult on you. Like, it is just normal. It's part of the process. I guess it's just one of the things we have to deal with. That's when dedication comes in, that come rain, come sunshine, you're always there, you're always ready, you're always dedicated to the mission or to the goal, you know. I am urging each and every one of you, especially we girls. I don't really understand the men dynamic, but for we the girls, we the ladies, you don't have to be a celebrity, you don't have to be an influencer. Before you post certain things, before you say certain things, ask yourself, like, how will someone who is not exposed take this? Because to you, you can just be like, you know, it's nothing to you, but that will cost like 1,000 other dreams. I refer to it as dreams instead of people. It will cost a lot, like a whole large number, because of that single thing you're doing. And it's not their fault, it's just because they don't know better. So if you know better, please try to educate people better, especially we ladies, girls, women. Let's stop normalizing nonsense. Let's stop normalizing things that are morally bankrupt. Let's stop normalizing things that deep down within you, you know it's not okay. But just because another person did it, no one said anything. You also do it, no one said anything. Before you know, a large number of people are doing it, and it's like it's been normalized. Please, let's try to project more sensible things to the younger generation. It mustn't even be the younger generation. Even my mates can teach me. A child can teach me. An elder can teach me. It doesn't matter. Let's just strive to, you know, come back to being moral as a society. Let's stop pushing out all those negative patterns and say it's okay. And then the younger generations are all watching. I'm like, it's okay. Everyone is doing it, so it's okay. This is the standard. Let us try to raise the bar. Let us raise the standard. It is very, very important. So guys, I think I have said more than enough. And then before we go, I just want to encourage us to show more respect, show more love, show more grace, be understanding towards one another. If you have a friend that is into business, into social media, let's try to support one another without always trying to feel inferior or feel like we posting take something away from us. If you have a friend, support that friend. Let's stop trying to do something for people just to get that in return, or do a favor expecting a favor back. Learn to appreciate, learn to respect, learn to love, learn to support people from your heart. Not because someone said, or not because I said you should. Let that be part of your life. Let that be part of your culture. Let that be part of your personality. Just, it takes something from you. I personally, I am someone who even derives joy when I'm able to post someone and the person is so happy. Like, that's a different level of happiness for someone like me though. But yeah, you can do it as well. Just try and support people. Be respectful regardless of our class, regardless of our job, regardless of how much you have in the bank account. Let's just try to show respect. Let's love each other and let's take it easy. Let's stop trying to project some of our anger or insecurity on our celebrities or influencers or those at the top. Everyone is entitled to live life the way they want to live. So drop the entitled mentality in 2023. Let people live their life. Don't be so quick to call out someone, or don't be so quick to hear something and run with the negative side. I know the negative side is always easier and sweeter, but before you jump into any conclusion, always remember that there are different perspectives to life. One thing can happen and 10 people, 20 people can be present and it's possible to have 20 different perspectives. So don't always run with the first perspective you get about a celebrity or whoever, which whatever field they are in. Let's learn to give them grace, and then just try to show support, without always trying to, you have to show us this, you have to do this, you have to let's take it easy on them. Let's let people express themselves the way they want to and how much they want to. Let's stop forcing people to do a house tour, do a this, do it. Let's learn to leave people to, show what they want to and how much they want to, without picking offense or getting angry at them. So yeah, guys, I think I have spoken so much. I just thought to share this that has been on my mind. And before we go, as per usual, let's have our quote for the week. But I'm going to say quote for the year, since this will be the last video before we get into the new year. So our first quote for the week goes, nobody cares about your story until you win, so win. And I feel that is enough ginger. That is enough encouragement for you, that truly, that was what I said, I think, a few weeks ago, that it's not people's fault. Just illuminate you. The world is forced to recognize you. No one cares about your story. No one cares about my story till we win. So let's win. And then additional quotes. I just want to say it is okay. It is completely okay and possible to admire what someone has, or what someone is posting, or someone has achieved, or what someone has. It is completely normal to admire what someone has, someone shows, without feeling the need to also wanting to acquire that same thing, or also wanting to have that thing. It's okay to admire. It's very okay to admire. You must not have that thing. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, once more for being with me till this period. Thank you for the like, the comments, the views. Thank you guys so much, and I hope this new year is favorable to each and every one of us. I hope 2024 comes with lots of positivity and happiness, more money. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening up until this point, and I wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. See you guys in the new year. Bye.